Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, October 24th. Satellite imagery. Got a hurricane down in the tropical Pacific and clear skies over us, but there's a couple of storm systems brewing off the Pacific coast. One a few hundred miles west, another deeper one out in the Gulf of Alaska. All of those will play a major role in our weather the next couple of days, but no significant impacts next couple of days. Some of these showers already are exiting Wyoming, and we should stay dry with fairly light winds. No significant lightning, some spotty precip the last 24 hours. Light initial attack. We're down to PL2, not much large fire growth. Looks like the end is near. So precip last 7 days. Of course, this was from about a week ago. We had a widespread area of about a ½ inch to an inch of precipitation in a lot of areas. Now it skipped a lot of the central portions of the Snake River Plain and some of the southern areas in Nevada, but we haven't had much going on there. Where we needed the precipitation for our large fires, we did get it. Now, we've been drying out a little bit. Some of the ERC percentiles in parts of Wyoming are starting to come up a little bit. But overall, we're looking at a big ridge of high pressure building in. You see that moisture exiting the region. We have most of our areas in the green. Light overall winds, humidities fairly high up in Idaho and Wyoming. They're not going to drop below 40% today. Due to some lower humidities in the low to mid-teens in the far southern portions of Nevada and the Arizona Strip, but that's not unusual for this time of year, or basically any time of year. High pressure again in control across the region, dry conditions. We start seeing this first deep trough of low pressure and its moisture just off the Pacific northwest coast. There'll be some winds, breezes picking up in the west later on, but again, the humidity 30 to 35% in northern areas, low teens in the south. Now on Saturday, things start getting going. This trough sharpens up and deepens. There'll be some dry winds ahead of it starting to come in, maybe just west of our area, and also some of that moisture from the tropical system down south starts getting drawn northwards into this trough of low pressure. In the meantime, some more of the PSAs have turned yellow with the drying. Again, those low humidities and the low teens in the south. 29 to 36% up north. That's drier than it has been, but not crazy. And there'll be some breezes up in Idaho, maybe in the 15 to 25 mile an hour range. A little bit just east of our Wyoming areas and in northwest Nevada, but nothing critical. 3-day precip totals were mostly dry. A lot of this precipitation is in the first few hours today before it exits to the east, but it's this bigger wave of precip that moves on shore early this weekend that we'll have to watch, because by Sunday, that trough of pressure deepens. There are several waves of moisture that are starting to combine together, including this thin pull of moisture from our tropical system down in the southern tropical Pacific, and then this stuff starts to coalesce as we go into Monday and Tuesday into a pretty good wet system. I would say light to locally moderate precipitation, high humidity round the clock for about 72 hours. And then there's another fast-moving, developing low-pressure area waiting in the wings that by Wednesday drops in with more precip for Idaho and parts of Nevada, and it'll be moving eastward. So cool, moist pattern, and you see the 7-day. By the time we get into Wednesday next week, just about everybody's in the moist green pattern. And when we talk about end of season, this is what end of season looks like. Areas in the green, it's almost November, and lots of times that's all she wrote. So precip the next 7 days. You can see, even though some of the central areas of the Snake River Plain and eastern areas miss precip, places where we have incidents, whether it's western Wyoming or Idaho, get about another ½ inch of precipitation, a lot of it in the form of snow, 1/4 to a ½ inch in the mountains of northern Utah, and there'll be more waiting in the wings, and it stays cooler than normal as we exit October and go into the first week of November. Cooler than normal conditions with near normal precipitation, and near normal this time of year typically means getting at least one decent moderate storm system every week. So that's what it looks like. We'll continue these briefings through Friday. We're going to go to a Monday through Friday pattern, so we won't have YouTube briefings this coming weekend. This concludes our briefing, and have a great day.